In this video, I'm going to show you a game-breaking hunter technique that will give you a very unfair advantage in most forms of PvP. Incredibly, this exploit has been in the game since Cataclysm undiscovered. So let me show you how this works. It can be used by all hunter specifications, but for reasons which will become obvious, Beast Mastery is the best one to use it with. It's all built around the hunter's Camouflage ability. That's a talent 6 rows down on the right hand side of the left hand talent tree. Camouflage keeps the hunter stealthed for 1 minute. The general explanation of how Camouflage works is that the hunter can use traps and other non-damage abilities, but any kind of damaging attack from the player or their pet will cause them to come out of stealth. And at first glance it seems that any kind of damaging attack you or the pet make will indeed bring you out of stealth. However, some time ago I discovered the following secret. If you go into Camouflage without a pet and then summon one, the pet will not be stealthed, but the hunter will remain in stealth. Further, if you send your pet to attack something, its auto-attack damage will not bring the hunter out of stealth. Interesting, but not very useful, as a pet's auto-attack damage isn't that strong. Any attack used by the hunter still brings the hunter out of stealth, and any special ability pet attack like Kill Command also brings the hunter out of stealth. Or so I thought. You see, in these special cases, it is not the pet abilities themselves that are bringing the hunter out of stealth. What does that is actually the use of these special pet abilities automatically triggering auto attacks from the hunter themselves, which in turn unstealths the hunter. Once you understand why this happens, there's a simple solution. By using the /stop attack command in a macro after the pet damage ability we want to use, we can remain in stealth. So if we make a macro like /kill command /stop attack, this stops our hunter making auto attacks and dropping from stealth, so we can use kill command and remain in stealth. This works also for Bestial Wrath and talents like Bloodshed, Call of the Wild, and the Intimidation talent, which allows your pet to stun an opponent. You can even bind all such abilities into a burst macro. It is worth mentioning the Stampede talent, which doesn't actually trigger the hunter's auto attacks, so doesn't require a macro. Stampede also goes straight through solid objects, which makes it very useful in Arena. So why is this so powerful and so broken? Because for 1 minute, a hunter could remain unseen and use the full range of traps, pet abilities and special pet attacks, doing meaningful damage. This is so useful for a number of things. The most obvious thing is in resource battlegrounds like Arathi Basin and Battle for Gilneas, where it becomes essentially impossible for almost any number of players to cap a base against a solo hunter for a full minute, by which time even the slowest team will probably have got other players back to help you. Even if the enemy kill your main pet, you can just resurrect him. But it isn't just useful there. In Carry the Flag type battlegrounds, you can harass and kill well-defended opponents without risking your hunter. Flag carriers and orb carriers here in Temple of Kotemogu have a damage debuff on them, making them quite easy to kill when your hunter can't be seen and pacified or damaged. And as you can see here, it's extremely fair and balanced. In World PvP, this is arguably the best possible way to get sparks or bloody coins, as it is so easy to tag multiple opponents and wait for them to die whilst you stay out of combat. For those of you who like raw gold, there are some interesting possibilities here, as bloody tokens and honor can be turned into weapons and armor that you can vendor. Does this work in Arena? It can do, but it is situational. The problem is that generally Arena players have higher levels of gear and player skill, making it difficult to kill them outright from stealth with pets alone. You do give up some of your damage while in stealth, mainly due to the synergy of your ranged abilities with your pet damage. It is possible at lower ratings, but forget about it at high levels. That said, this approach can still be useful when the hunter is likely to be trained by melee opponents early on, or is focusing on crowd control. And there are some advanced strategies here that might be interesting to develop. Imagine two hunters using this. This exploit seems to have come out of Blizzard's fundamentally poor game design rather than someone mistyping a number somewhere, and it has been in the game since Camouflage was introduced in Cataclysm, so this is something you can probably use for a while, unlike some of my videos which seem to have Blizzard reaching for the hotfix button. I especially like this exploit because it adds gameplay and possibilities. It feels like playing a new class altogether, maybe something along the lines of a shadow hunter. Hunters, generally speaking, are one of, or the most broken class in WoW consistently, particularly when it comes to gold farming. If you want to know more, consider joining my Patreon.